We have got Saxon, Denim, and Leather. This was kind of an era ender.
Yeah, and it was also a soundtrack to our youth.
Yeah,
the title
new
cover.
wave of British heavy metal. If Saxon hadn't quite perfected their approach or their sound, they did it with this one. Princess of the Night, Never Surrender, Out of Control, Rough and Ready, Play It Loud. Bands played on Midnight Rider, Fire in the Sky, and the anthem Denim and Leather. Where were you in '79?
Yeah, Damn
began to
break.
Burst Break.
Yeah, whatever. Ultimatum covered that song.
Oh yeah?
Yep.
On
Next Metalis.
I don't remember that. I have to play that again.
Denim and Leather. Yep.
It's a great all the way through, and it's part of the trio of albums that are just perfect as far as Saxon
and
goes.
and that song, the title track is about the new wave of British heavy metal and what was happening during that time in '79 and '80, you know, and how us old school guys were discovering heavy metal, and you know, it wasn't through the internet because there was no internet.
Right.
It was
tape trading, music mags,
magazines,
that's Motorcycle Men there on the back.
concerts, compilation albums.
Yep.
Saxon.
Awesome. Can't go wrong.
All right, next up. Can't say that I discovered this band until many years later. Japanese band, Loudness.
Very interesting band.
Yeah, I didn't hear this album until way after it was released. My first album from them was come on, help me out. Crazy Nights on It.
Oh, Thunder in the East.
Thunder in the East, yeah. That was my first
Mine
album.
was Disillusion.
There you
Can
go.
believe that.
Yeah, crazy.
Weird.
Rock and roll crazy. That was mine. Yeah. And I was like,
And because they're Asian, and they're trying to kind of do an American or an English market. Sometimes they come off that way, goofy. Like there's a song in here called "Sexy Woman." It's like it's so goofy, but because it's them, it's just cool.
yeah, it's acceptable. I don't know. I like this record now. Very Priest-ish.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm not mistaken, they did a lot of Priest covers. They even had a Priest cover band from what I heard. But this, yeah, I mean, you can hear the 70s Priest in this a lot.
Yeah.
And the guitar work, jaw dropping.
Oh, Akira Takasaki was the Japanese Eddie Van Halen,
Yep.
pretty much.
Awesome.
The album that I had, Disillusion, had a song on it called Exploder, which was the Japanese eruption, basically. And he does a lot of that 8-finger tapping that was just like, wow.
Yeah.
At the time, he was definitely...
And going back to what we started talking about at the beginning of this video with Van Halen, just goes to show how much Van Halen had a worldwide influence.
And I love the name because loudness isn't really even a word.
Yeah.
I tried looking it up once, I was like, it's not even a friggin' word. I guess you'd call it volume.
Alright, this next one, American band. We got 2 copies here.
Mötley Crüe.
You know,
Oh, yours looks cooler, man.
this is
He's got the original Leather Records version. I got the Electra.
This is another Records version that has 2 different ones. There's another one with a black and white logo up here. This was a little bit more rare than that one. I actually prefer the Leather Records version for 2 reasons. I like the mix better. It doesn't have all that overpowering cowbell.
Don't Scott. You can never have too much cowbell.
You can never have too much cowbell. It also has the entire track listing for why they ever released. Was it Taste of the what was
Toast
it?
of the Town?
Toast of the Town, I believe it was. Yeah. Let's see here.
I'm not seeing it.
Where is it? Where'd it go? I can't freaking see.
Stick to Your Guns. That was the song.
That's it.
They left that one off.
Why?
I think that's a good song.
But they put out Motley Crue, when they put out their own version on CD, they released the song again.
Yeah. But there was another track called Toast of the Town that was also part of this original session.
Why'd they cut? Anyhow, whatever. Here's the back. The back's a little different. The photo's just a little bit bigger.
Same idea, though.
Same idea. You know, the
There's
classic rock and roll crotch shot. You know, sticky
like
fingers, accept balls to the walls.
Yep.
Ultimatum.
Ultimatum Lex Metalis.
Yep. So,
which I told Scott, never mind. This was a pretty raw sounding album. Let me turn this down. Just a little. Pretty raw sounding album, almost like a little bit of a punk edge to it, sorta.
yeah, you know, and I always thought of it as kind of like a power pop.
Yeah,
like
it didn't sound like any of their other albums.
Nope, and I love it. I love this
I
album.
mean, the one after this, Shot at the Devil, was straight up.
I hear a little bit of Cheap Trick in it, a little bit of like the Raspberries.
Wow, really? Okay, cool.
A little bit of everything in this one. So
Is that the insert?
That's the insert.
Oh, that's a different insert. I'll get mine out.
Let's see whose insert's bigger.
Getting back to that crotch shot again. Yeah, here it is. This has got the one with their burning smoke in front of the pentagram.
Yeah.
Oh, Molly Crew, devil.
And I admit, I heard that version first when I was in high school. This is the album I bought, the electro version. And
I want to hear that because I wasn't aware.
Years and years and years to finally get a real copy.
That came from Morgan, right?
From Morgan, yeah. My good friend Morgan, who passed away
R.I.P.
back in 2010. So.
Great album. I was so into this in high school. So into it. And when Shot at the Devil came out, I was so into that one.
Yep.
And then after that, I was like,
what the heck happened?
Yeah. Again, mid-'80s. Mid-'80s and the whole hair band thing took down so many good bands. Just bands that had a raw edge, really rocking. And then Motley Crue was one of them, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So, what's next?
Next up, okay, this is now one of my absolute favorites. Guitar heavy rock and roll from Frank Marino, solo record. If you go to Frank's site and read a little bit about this album, Frank hated this record. And for years and years, he wouldn't play anything on it. Mostly, he admits now, mostly more than anything else, it was the corny cover art. It just was not his thing. Frank,
it is kind of goofy.
Frank just thought it was just, it was distasteful. It didn't match what he was doing.
Does this girl have no shirt on?
No, she got a shirt on.
Does.
It's pink. But yeah, you know what? Regardless of what of what Frank now thinks of it, or then thunk of it.
Drink, drunk. Think.
Songs on here. Ain't Dead Yet. Brilliant song. And then last night we played Go Strange.
Yep.
Great
Good
song.
stuff.
And then the Power Rock and Roll, the title track, one of my favorites from Frank. Guitar work on this, outstanding.
Great guitar player, period.
Yeah. I read a story about Frank and Ted Nugent.
I was gonna ask you about that
Yep.
one.
So Ted Nugent and Frank's on stage. Ted Nugent has his roadies roll out one of his amps onto the stage, and Ted goes out there and they start this kind of guitar war thing. And can you imagine being at that show?
Crazy.
That'd be awesome. I'm sure the crowd was eating it up, but Frank hated it,
and it
pissed him off.
It kind of made Ted look like an idiot, kind of.
Well,
from
sort
what
of.
I remember.
But here's the thing. Ted would play, then Frank would play. Ted would play, and then Frank would come back. And apparently, at the end, Ted was trying to just outdo him, so he did the teeth thing, I think it was. And Frank's like, whatever, and
Never did.
and he blew him, and apparently Frank blew Ted Nugent away on that show. I'm not saying one's better guitar player than the other. I'm just saying that's what happened. And then Ted basically bowed down like he was shot, and like he lost. So to me, that was not only Nugent putting on a good show, being a good performer, but also being a good sport.
Yeah.
Frank didn't quite see it that way. He saw it as childish, but
I mean, Ted's Ted.
Ted's an entertainer, man, and
He's an entertainer, and he can come off kind of as a buffoon sometimes.
Yeah,
but he is. He's always.
I think Frank's less an entertainer, more pure musician. You know what I mean? So there's a difference in styles, but I love them both. I respect them both. They're both great guitar players. So.
Totally.
All right, next up.
Oh boy.
German band.
Accept. Probably their first true metal album.
Yeah, this is.
I'm a Rebel.
They
and the first
they found their sound here.
And the song on here that just blew me away when I was in high school, "Son of a
Bitch."
Yeah. I mean, it's like, okay, how offensive can it possibly be?
Yep.
And he did it. I mean, certainly not a new idea, but it cracked me up when I was in high school.
And but there's a lot of great songs on here.
Starlight and Breaker.
Midnight Highway, Burning. Burning's been covered by several bands. It's
great album.
Great album. I mean, I'm not going to say it's better than Restless and Wild, but it's darn close.
Yep. And we got the UK version here. Slightly different cover art.
This is the
classic.
That's the Brain version.
Yeah, classic Accept logo and just different font for the title. And
this is the Passport version.
Yep. Both
And,
came out pretty much.
Again, this is I probably didn't share this in this video, but this collection of records we're showing is kind of a mixture of Randy's collection and mine together.
Yeah, this is mine.
And this is mine. So.
Yeah, I saw him. He had that one. It's like, hey, I got a different cover. So we try to feature the.
I'm showing both. They're pretty similar covers, but
Yeah, just the lettering is different.
you gotta
It's
love
got the accept lion.
You think she lived?
I hope so. I was thinking about this the other day. Before digital album art, it's like they had to really do some serious work to make this look like she's got barbed wire going through her head.
Yep.
I mean, you can kind of see it. It was more of a hand-drawn thing.
But yeah, it's still cool. I always thought it was a cool record.
Totally
cover.
cool.
All right, right on. We're
Not
moving
something I
on.
would have come up with.
Moving on. What we got? We've got
Do that.
from Britain.
What is it?
Gillen.
Oh,
Future Shock. Again, Bernie Torme and John McCoy.
Ian Gillan.
Ian Gillan, of course. One of the greatest vocalists ever in rock and roll and heavy metal. Nobody can sing like him. Nobody can scream like him. One of my all-time favorites.
What's on this one?
I'm pretty sure that No Laughing in Heaven was one of the more well-known songs on here. I actually enjoy that song. It's Ian Gillan's sense of humor for sure. A little bit odd, very offensive to people who are, very, what's the word I'm looking for? Religious?
Pricks.
Judgmental
pricks.
Yeah. But you know what? This is Ian Gillan's thoughts, not yours.
This is true.
And let me
Just because you're hearing it in your head doesn't mean you're thinking it.
I'm pretty sure this is a gatefold album cover, and actually, this is awesome. Watch this.
Is it offensive? Is it naked
No,
women?
this is a book.
Oh wow. Oh, that's classic.
Yep, Ian Gillan. I love that shot of him.
He's drinking water, kids. It's just water.
And then,
Oh my gosh! There are naked women. Look, the breasts are hanging out, ain't they?
sorry.
Don't cover it. It's lovely.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Oh wow, that's a kick-ass shot of Ernie.
Bernie up,
Look
Torme,
at those bandoleros he's got on.
eye patch.
I want to be a pirate. I want to be Harry Potter, but I put the lightning bolt over here.
I don't want to.
Who's Harry Potter?
Yeah, some classic shots. It is
Very cool.
This is very cool. Yes.
Oh,
Whole band shot.
Nice.
These guys look like they're just gonna rip you a new one, man.
The
So,
plan war.
alright, I'm gonna go through this a little quicker now if I can get through it. I'm stuck here. Yeah.
Are there any more of those naked shots? Who is this? You got Colin Towns, the
Yeah.
keyboardist. Bass player John McCoy.
John McCoy, yeah. John McCoy's a badass. He's just a great bass player, great songwriter too.
Mick Underwood on
Mick
drums.
Underwood on drums, yep.
Yep.
So there you go, Gillan, classic Gillan, and this is Gillan the band, not
Gillan the band.
not Ian Gillan band, which was a totally separate thing. That was more
Not Ian Gillan.
right, not Ian Gillan solo. This was Gillan the band.
Was the Ian Gillan group too?
I think it was called the Ian Gillan band or something like that. I don't know, but it was jazz influenced fusion.
What's the one with the big
fusion.
fat bumblebee spaceship on it?
That's Ian Gillan band. Yep. Then that was kind of a jazz fusion thing. Well, this is like Judas Priest, British heavy metal stuff right there. So anyhow, all right, moving on. Uli Roth.
Mr. Former Scorpions.
Yep. And this is the second. His first one was, I believe, '79. This is his second solo record. Huge influence from Hendrix. He was trying to get away from the Scorpion sound on this. I mean, but there was. Let's see if I can remember the name of the song. I can't see it. There's a little teeny typo on this thing. Which one? There was one song on here. I think it was maybe "Cast Away Your Chains." It could have been on the Scorpions record. Otherwise, a lot of this stuff very.
Hendrix.
Yeah, Hendrix, but it's also very experimental.
He's definitely eclectic. Dude.
Eclectic. His voice very strange. I've gotten used to it over the years, and now I love his voice. But met him once
At the
at House of Blues in Hollywood, California.
right before the Once Dead show, the first one at the Chain Reaction.
Correct. Went to see
remember
Julie and Michael Schenker.
Larry Farkas was wearing his early shirt on stage.
I've shared this story before, but basically, I had one of those silver Sharpie markers, and I guess Yuli hadn't seen it before. I don't know. Well, all I know is he thought it was the coolest thing in the world. I had him sign it. He goes, "No, you stay here." And he started signing all the autographs with the Sharpie. And he just sat there and telling me stories while he's signing autographs, and
Cool.
I'm like, I'm hanging out with Yuli, you know?
You get a lot of those experiences. That's
So,
cool.
Yeah, it was awesome. All right.
I tried to get my Edgar Winter album signed last time I saw him 2 weeks ago. I didn't even get it.
Yeah.
He woulda.
All right, so the rods, American
Rods.
heavy metal, straightforward, you know, kind of like Riot.
Another New York band, right? Carl Kennedy?
Yeah, Carl Kennedy, exactly. And then Ronnie James Dio's cousin, Feinstein, David Rock Feinstein.
For real?
Yeah, David Rock Feinstein was the original guitar player for Elf, played on the very first Elf record.
I did not know that.
There you go.
Huh.
There he is right there in the middle.
Kind of looks like Dio.
And then Carl Kennedy became as much known for his productions as as he did. He did a lot of stuff.
Thrasher,
yeah. That was one of his big ones. He worked with Anthrax.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So
I didn't realize that.
yeah. Anyhow, this is this is the Arista version. This actually was out and released as, I believe, called Rock Hard independently before this came out as just self-titled Rods. Same record, different cover, different name, but
Debut.
Yes, debut record from the Rods. Straightforward, biker rock, heavy metal. You know, goes right along with like Saxon and Riot. Good stuff.
Awesome.
Love this record. So one of my favorite bands. Actually, I have everything by Riot just about. So,
The
all right.
Rods. Not Riot, the Rods. Oh, yes. Anvil.
Canadian hard rock,
Yeah,
heavy
good
metal.
debut.
A little different than what they became known for on Metal on Metal, but huge Ted Nugent vibe going on here.
Yes, you're absolutely right.
I mean, Lips. I met Lips once, gave him a Ted Nugent autograph. You just look at that video. I did a video of that. But he flat out told me, "Well, what do you think I got the idea to do the hollow body guitars?" Oh, that's where that was.
Oh, he's got the hollow body flying V.
Flying
That's
V.
right.
Yep. Nugent, one of his biggest
But the
influences.
vibrator slide solo, that's all Lips.
Yep. If you want to see Lips with a huge smile on his face, look at that photo of Randy and I with Lips. He was just jacked because we gave him that Ted Nugent hat. So
I remember we were talking to him and he said something and I went, awesome. like a pirate version of awesome. He goes, I like that. Awesome. Like, you can have it.
He was really cool.
He was very cool. Signed a bunch of stuff. And the band was called Lips. Prior to
This
right?
album was actually released as Lips first.
Right.
Would love to own it. I don't own it. I've never even really seen a physical copy.
The cover on this is way better. It's just
but
the Lips one is just Lips.
As an Amble fanatic, which I am, I'd love to own it, but I don't. And then there's a song right here called Bondage, which they actually, and I'm slipping my mind which song, but there's a little ode to Ted Nugent. There's a very blatant Ted Nugent riff in the song, which is an ode to Nugent. And of course, then there's School Love on here, and At the Apartment, which is a classic on here. AC/DC,
Painted Black, their cover.
And their cover is Rolling Stones Painted Black. Yep.
And just, Anvil, to this day, they still have this motif for the title. It's always, hard and heavy. It's always
metal on metal.
on metal.
Yeah.
Forged in fire.
Right.
It's just the way that.
And then they always
which is cool. I respect that.
Except for one album, they've always had some kind of Anvil on there too.
Yep.
The only one that didn't have it was the compilation that was Backwax,
which
the label
weren't really involved.
Yeah, the label did. So, precursor to thrash metal, absolutely.
Oh, when I got Metal on Metal, which was the album after this, heaviest thing I'd ever heard in my life at the time. It was like 1982.
Another band, just like Riot, huge in the new wave of British heavy metal movement.
Another Canada band.
There are Canuck bands. Speaking of Canada, go Flyers, go Kings. Sorry, had to say that. All right, this next band, this is one I wanted to include in my top 5, and I didn't. I don't know why.
This was going to be your number 6.
This is going to be
my
on
number 6
6.
was Point of Entry.
So this is another new wave of British heavy metal band, but these guys were like Anvil, a precursor to heavy metal.
And thrash.
I mean,
Raven.
that's what I meant to say. Thrash, speed metal, thrash. They call themselves athletic rock.
Athletic rock.
But there's a couple
John
of classic.
Gallagher, I interviewed him in '87 on a radio show I had in college, and he said that people called them the godfathers of thrash.
Yeah,
I can see
love
that.
Raven.
There's definitely
Yeah.
These 2 singles did not come out in '81, but they were the precursors to the album that came out in '81,
which was
Rock Until You Drop.
Again, love the album
Killer
cover.
debut.
I mean, if anything says Raven,
Oh yeah,
I love that cover.
The band buried in their
Their own equipment, just totally destroyed.
How long did it take them to do that?
And this album was basically recorded live in the studio, and it sounds like it.
Great album.
Raw, nasty production, but that's part of the charm.
Oh yeah, it's awesome. They've got the sweet covers, Hellraiser in Action on here, which is great. Rock Until You Drop.
Rock Until You Drop is one.
Hard Ride, great song.
Yep, which they re-recorded later
for the future. That's my favorite.
Yep.
Awesome cut.
Not a bad song on here. No. And for not that has to do with this record, but Randy and I put together a personal compilation, 2 CD compilation that you and I had
put
together.
Rare stuff.
And I had it on my No Light to Metal website, and John Gallagher happened to stumbled upon it and asked for a copy of it.
Yep.
And
I sent him a tape copy of the interview I did with him in '87.
Correct.
Which, who knows if he remembers, but.
And he was very cool. He actually sent us a copy, a CDR copy of some raw stuff that they did, First Fruits. Can't remember what it was, but it was on some compilation that had some raw, like basically like kind of like John Peel version, thing. Anyhow,
Cool stuff.
ADD getting sidetracked once again. Raven, Rock Until You Drop. This is number 6.
All right. So we have made it to the top 5.
Top 5. We kind of lamented and argued and fought and beat each other up.
I know.
I don't know. Number 5 on this, more so because of their influence than because I think it deserves to be here. But
I love this record.
I love it too.
I got nothing bad to say.
But there's some great stuff I could have included in the top 5 that didn't make it.
True. High and Dry,
Def Leppard. Yep.
I love the whole album. Granted, what's his face?
Yeah.
Was it Mutt Lange on this one?
Yes, Mutt Lange's first thing with the band.
He was trying like hell to make him sound like AC/DC.
And he succeeded in making them very I'm not going to say pop on here, very commercially viable.
And it's kick-ass. It works for me. I love the songs on here. Another Saturday Night, High and Dry. That
even Bring It On Heartbreak.
Yeah, Bring It On Heartbreak.
But,
much prefer it to the version that came out after Pyromania.
But you can't play Bring It On Heartbreak without playing
Switch 625.
Exactly.
That song rocks.
And you know what? There's a radio station in Albuquerque called 94 Rock. When they play that song, they always play both.
It's one of those ones that should
go
go together.
together.
We Will Rock You, We're the Champions.
Yep.
Live and Love and Heartbreaker, Live and Love and Made, whichever direction they go. There's just some songs that need to be played.
Was it the Hellion and Hellion and
Electric Eye.
Yep.
You got it. And if you don't, you're lame.
You're lame.
Now I'll play Switch 625 without bringing on Heartbreak.
But you can't do it the other way around.
You can't do it the other.
Otherwise, you're kind of just.
So, speaking of which, here's the single, Bringing On the Heartbreak. Me and My Wine on the B-side. This is the original single, the original mix, not the one that came out after Pyromania when they were trying to capitalize on that success. Remixed it, added keyboards and that kind of stuff that weren't there on the original ones. Great cuts here, and Pete Willis on this one, not Phil Collin. I love this area. This I liked Pyromania, but let's face it, that was totally the end of the Leopard that I loved.
That Leopard to me is very plastic.
Yes. You work backwards from Pyromania and even going past On Through the Night back into the demo stuff. That's the Leopard that I love. And that's
like
the
the
stuff
Def Leppard EP. And,
Def Leppard EP, and there's a ton of demos before that it's all got that new wave of British heavy metal sound.
And very Thin Lizzy influenced that early stuff.
Totally. I've got a First Strike bootleg album. It's all demos prior to On Through the Night. Good stuff.
But wait, they were just pop, right?
That's what I hear.
Just a pop band.
Yes. Now, I probably didn't care of anything Leopard did after Pyromania. I bought Hysteria out of respect for the hell they'd gone through with Rick Allen and all that. Didn't really care for it personally. 2 or 3 songs.
That album was horrible.
I didn't like anything they did up until a few years ago. They put out a covers album called Yeah.
Yeah, there's some decent songs on there.
I was blown away by it. Especially the Lizzie cover. I was like, don't believe a word. They kicked ass on that.
Yeah, check my site if you want to read my reviews on it. I got a big old long review on it, and I do like it. There's a lot of good songs in it.
The other thing I dug was they did 10538 Overture by ELO, and they nailed it. They did a good job on that. So, that being said,
they also did that. There's that compilation record that they did back in the 90s. It has like a bunch of old songs redone, all that kind of stuff. Do you remember that? Come on, help me out here.
Leopard did that? I don't remember them ever doing that. It wasn't that Vault thing, was it?
No, something else. Oh well.
I don't remember it.
Forget it.
Songs from the Glitter?
No, that's
no joke. Alright, number 4.
Number 4.
One of my all-time favorite albums of all albums.
This might be shocking, yeah.
Thin Lizzy Renegade. This is my favorite Thin Lizzy album.
That's a great record.
There's not a song here I don't love. There's many songs I connect to on a really personal level.
Angel of Death.
Oh god, Angel of Death's awesome.
Brilliant song.
The title track Renegade.
Yep.
God, can't get enough of it.
I remember hearing Angel of Death the first time though, and thinking, when the song's playing, and all of a sudden you expect a guitar solo.
Total keyboards.
Keyboard solo.
Morton is like he doesn't get the front full frontal credit like he should really, because he's one of the best keyboard players out there. But damn, Snowy White's second record with him, killer job he did on this. Like I said, there's not a song on here I don't like. I would recommend this Thin Lizzy album over all of them really, only because I just dig it that much. It's not. There's no cuts on here that you're gonna say, oh, that song. It's like all deep cuts, but it just works. It's awesome. Awesome record. Number 4.
Yep, number 4, Thin Lizzy. This is no shocker to anybody who's favorites from 1981. This one could have easily been number 1 in the list, but it's going to be number 3 in our list.
Mob Rules.
Mob Rules. Okay, first of all, that album cover, awesome. I mean,
oh yeah, Greg Hildebrandt. That's a great cover. In fact, I think did Hildebrandt do the final Heaven and Hell album? That was possibly him. I can't remember
either, but I don't know. I just remember when this album came out, I just thought it was the most awesome thing I'd ever seen in my life.
And what's funny about it is the original Hildebrandt version doesn't have that devil face on this sheet.
Yeah.
It does have the what is it, Kill Ozzy thing down here that people would see. Look it up on YouTube.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have the devil face, which is kind of funny. And it's a really neat cover. So we used to call them the shit people because it looked like they were living in the sewer and they made out of poop. Yeah, I know. It's dirty.
So what would be your favorite song here? I'll tell you what mine is. Let's pick one.
Sign of the Southern Cross.
Southern Cross,
probably.
Yep.
Yeah. But I love Turn Up the Night is like Neon Nights Part 2.
Yep.
Kicks Ass coming in and Voodoo.
And even E5150.
You know what that stands for?
No, I don't. What is it?
I used to think it was, E5150 after the Van Halen album. I was like, it's like crazy and police lingo. No. Someone explained it. It was like, okay, you got the E, but then you got the 5150. Okay, well, what's 5 in Roman numerals? How do you represent the number 5?
A V, yeah.
V. Then you've got the I, which is the 1. And then the 50, how do you represent 50 in...
What's L?
So what does that spell?
Evil.
Evil.
Oh, wow. That's
like,
cool.
That makes too much sense.
There you go, see?
And what a great...
That's why I do these videos with Randy, because he knows some stuff I don't know. There you go. So,
great stuff.
But even Country Girl, great song. But
Falling Off the Edge of the World, great.
Again, when I saw, Heaven and Hell, when they were touring on that very first tour with Ozzy and they played Sound of the Southern Cross, boom, jaw hit the ground. Oh my gosh. I mean, I already love that song, but and you know who does a killer cover of that song? I hope I'm not getting anything wrong. I'm pretty sure it's Fates Warning. They do a fantastic cover of that song.
Yeah, that's a great album. Definite solid follow-up to Heaven and Hell. I think I even prefer it.
Yep.
To be honest.
Heaven and Hell? Yeah, I know Ted listens to a little bit more too.
Yeah, I like Heaven and Hell because it's got Bill Ward with them, and also Children of the Sea, the title cut, Neon Nights. Great songs. It's just, as a whole, I listen to this one more. Just probably because it's not as familiar. All right, 1981, we got number 2. Really killer number 2.
Could have been number 1. Killers.
Iron Maiden, Killers. I mean,
the album I discovered Iron Maiden on. It was the first album I heard. A good friend of mine from high school, he had a copy of it, and I was already a huge Priest fan at that time. He's like, dude, these guys blow Priest away, and he invited me over to his house, and I kind of agreed with him actually when I first heard it.
And it's, the Derek Riggs cover art. Is there a more signature cover than this one?
Okay, now here's the deal about that cover. I had a poster of this, and I don't have it anymore, and I can't find it again. This was called The Angel of Death. That was the name of the
painting?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Eddie was a girl and had boobs.
Excellent.
In the original one. I've searched the internet and can't find that stinking image anywhere, but I had a huge poster of it in my room.
But it was
Angel
Derek Riggs, so
Derek Riggs,
he had this painting, was pre-existing prior to this cover.
Correct.
Nice.
Yep.
I like that.
I remember
I
seeing
think
it.
I've seen.
Maybe one of you guys has it, or maybe one of you guys seen it, or maybe you think I'm wrong. I don't care.
And in that
had
one,
it, so I know I was
in
there.
that one, her name was Edie.
I always love the back cover too.
What an album! Wow.
Okay.
First Maiden I heard was made in Japan, but there are some cuts from this on there, namely Wrathchild, Innocent Exile's on there, and Killers, I think too.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
Oh God, great!
Well, there's 2 different versions of Made in Japan. One has 4, one has 5 songs.
Well, the EP is the one I heard. That was the one. Remember Tomorrow was on there too, and Running Free, of course.
And Ultimatum covered Wrathchild for years.
Yep.
But actually, we started covering it just as a fun song to play live because that's how we do a lot of clubs, and we're just trying to, we're doing all cover. It was all original songs, and let's do a couple covers that people know. So we did this one. People loved it. Yeah.
And Rob nailed Wrathchild.
Rob was a huge fan. So yeah, so we ended up recording it on our Into the Pit album. So.
And we've got, let's see, Paul Di'Anno, this was his last album with them. Clive Burr, next to last, and we lost Clive Burr 2 years ago.
Yep.
And let's see, Adrian, Steve, and Dave are still in the band to this day, along with Bruce Dick Dick and Yannick Gers.
Yep. Adrian was out for a little while.
Was he?
Adrian? No, I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Dave wasn't.
Adrian was out of the band for a little while. Yes, Adrian left the band for a while, because that's why there's 3 guitar players.
Oh, I thought Bruce just brought Yannick with him when he came back.
He did bring him back, but no, because Yannick played with Yannick was on those albums with
solo albums, right?
Yeah, he played on his solo album, but he also played on those albums that Bruce didn't sing on.
Blaze Bayley albums? Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know Adrian had ever left.
Yep, Adrian was gone.
I lost touch with Maiden for a little while.
Adrian was putting out solo stuff at the time.
Okay. And Yannick Gers in Maiden, I saw them, actually, only time I saw Maiden was, they were touring with Ozfest.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And it was with, I think, was it Priest? No, not Priest.
No, it was
Heaven and Hell.
Yeah, was it really? That was Ozfest.
I can't remember.
Had to be Black Sabbath or Ozzy solo. I remember Sharon created a big stink over the whole thing. Yeah,
it was Sabbath then.
Yeah.
Funny thing is Yannick Gers sticks out like a sore thumb on
yeah,
stage with those guys. He's like flipping his guitar around and
dancing,
and it's just like he does. I mean, I know that's his style, but with the other guys, he's just like, dude, ants in your pants. What's up, man? Chill out. Hey, that's just me.
I've heard he's a real nice guy too.
I'm sure he's a very nice guy.
And he also
likes to dance.
And he was also a member of Gillan, the band.
Yes, that's right, he was.
So
Gillan, the band.
The band.
Not the Ian Gillan band.
Correct.
And
All right.
Gillan.
Number 1. This should be no shocker to people.
Ozzy Osbourne, Diary of a Madman. My favorite of the Randy Rhoads era. Personally, this one, I'll take this one over Blizzard of Oz any day. I love them both, but this one just says something. And this is cool. This, before the Live Mr. Crowley EP came out, the very limited pressings of Diary of a Madman with the same picture disc, album artwork.
Yep.
But the whole album is on there.
Full album, yep.
It's not crazy.
It's full album.
Still got the Otophone, don't I?
Yep. And then here's the Over the Mountain EP.
Yep. Which Flying High Again came out as a 7-inch. This has, I don't know, I believe it's live on the B-side.
I think so too. Yeah.
Yep.
But
Pretty cool.
Randy Rhoads again. I mean, we just passed the other day the anniversary of his death.
33 years ago on the 19th, today's 21st.
So yeah, he
And the child on here is Ozzy's son, not Jack, another son with his previous wife. I can't remember the guy's name.
I can't either.
Ozzy's other son.
Yeah, Ozzy's other son.
He was on the Osbourne show on one of the episodes.
Yeah, briefly.
What was his name?
I don't know. I'll put it down here.
We'll call him Jason. Maybe it's Yannick, or maybe it's Matthias.
And this album cover created all kinds of controversy.
Oh yeah, it's got the inverted
it's got the inverted cross, and you know.
And I heard people saying, "Oh, he's mocking the crucifixion on the back because he's got his arms up like that." And it's like, no,
it's not.
That's what Ozzy looked like. He's not doing his peace signs, but who knows? I mean, it's art. You can read it. You see what you're looking for.
He was playing a part. He was a madman. So.
He was. And he was reading Aleister Crowley's autobiography, titled Diary of a Madman at the time, I believe, when this came out, which was the inspiration for the title. And the title track, oh my god, epic. I don't think Ozzy was ever quite as epic as he was on that one.
Yep.
Killer.
So there you go.
Love it.
So that
1981.
is one epic video, which is by now broken up into 2 parts. We did it all in one take.
Yeah.
But top, I don't know, 30, 20, 50 of 1981.
Yeah.
And that's it for me and
Trog.
God bless.
Swear on my face.
Stay strong.
See ya.